What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Joe Budden versus Drake. I know a lot of people wanted me to chime in on this. I got a few messages and comments, so here it is. I think we're at the height of this beef. I kind of hinted at this at the on the video that I titled "Is Joe Budden Retiring?" And there were several rumblings talking about a song that French Montana had recorded with Drake, and that song finally came out. Well, let's go back. We could, this has been going on, and Joe Budden has referenced this, and I believe Drake had come out with a track called 4 a.m. in Calabasas, and that was the first little jab at Joe Budden. I kind of, the track was decent. You know, Drake is the king of subliminally dissing you, but you know when he's talking about you. I've said this, I believe, before in other videos. Drake has mastered that art, and I think he really is good at doing that, cause motherfuckers get pissed off enough sometimes pissed off, but sometimes inspired enough, let me say that, to write tracks back towards him. And Joe Budden came out with 2 tracks, Making a Murderer Part 1 and Wake, which to me, those 2 tracks, oh Jesus Christ, lyrically buried Drake to me. And I've talked about Drake on my channel. I've talked about both these guys on my channel. Drake, I understand his method to his madness. I understand what he does. I think Drake can rap when he wants to, but Joe Budden is more my cup of tea. I don't want to be biased in this situation, but I know it may sound like it. I think that lyrically Joe Budden demolished Drake. Now after Wake came out, and I'm pushing you guys, I'm urging y'all to listen to those 2 tracks. The track that was referenced by French Montana maybe over a month ago was called No Shopping, French Montana featuring Drake. That finally dropped, and Drake references Joe Budden again, and he uses like song references. I've talked about this in that video that I referenced earlier, Is Joe Budden Retiring?, where Drake is talking about using song references like Pump It Up and Calm Down, Calm Down. Those are Joe Budden song titles, and he's getting at Joe Budden saying to him, why are you celebrating? You're not winning anything and shit like that, which is kind of strange because just the timing of the release, you know what I mean? And then because this song was previously recorded, so, but then again, I guess it does make sense now thinking about it, because that, them 2 have been having a riff, so I guess it does make sense. But this track came out then. Joe Budden just dropped another track called Afraid, which, I mean, if the other 2 weren't nails in the coffin, this one definitely has to be. He basically uses Drake's style against him, and he's just, again, Joe Budden at this point is just like a fucking Drake avalanche to me. And he even brings up the Pusha T beef, basically saying that he wouldn't even reference Pusha T, even though I think he kind of did initially, but you can never really tell with subliminals. I mean, I could, and other hip hop heads could, but if you're like a layman, if you're just an everyday dude just listening to Drake, you wouldn't really catch it. But look, people want to know who I think did better. I think Joe Budden, obviously, hands down, and I like Drake. I've said it before. Even though I am a lyrical hip hop head, I understand what Drake tries to do. Drake can rap when he wants to, when he really wants to. He could drop bars. I mean, you've seen him diss other dudes before. So, is this gonna end Drake's career? I don't think so. Drake has a way of, tomorrow he'll just act as if the shit never happened and whatever, or he may get lucky, put something else out that may come back just as hard as Joe's. Drake is just funny like that. But yeah, right now, as of now, this moment, yeah, Joe Budden just is annihilating Drake lyrically on the mic. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to both these artists, especially shout out to Joe, being from right here in Jersey. And that's it. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Check out those songs. And that's it, all right? Peace, bitches.